You are now tuned into Somewhere in the Middle with Soonie and Mo.
Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay.
Hey, Don on the beat.
I got so many ops.
Everywhere I go, I
got so many ops.
so many y'all.
I know they plotting against me. I know it's hate, they wanna kill me, but please don't tempt me, cause I got so many Glocks. Hey, ain't none of them empty. Jesus said they would hate me too. That's how I know it's envy. I got so many ops.
We back.
It's me.
We
Does it
back.
feel weird to be back?
No, it feels like you were gone. What was that? It feels like you were gone longer than you actually were.
Really?
Maybe because I haven't seen you, like, I count seeing you as like when you go live too, and you haven't been live. So I'm like,
I haven't gone live at all.
Yeah, I feel like you've been gone for a long time. But it's good to have you back because I'm used to discussing things with you and like the way we discuss them. Julius did great, but it was weird having just a totally different like opinion than what I'm used to. Like I'm used to so much like pushback. You know what I mean? And
it was boring, wasn't it?
It wasn't boring. He was nice. Like he was just like really nice.
He was nice.
Like I was like, wait a minute. Like I'm expecting you to like bring something completely outlandish to the table so that we could like, you know what I mean? So I could have some pushback.
Yeah.
I don't know. What did the people in the comments think of having Julius on the show? Like, I mean, he's part of our team, so we can certainly have him back again. But it was a different vibe, right? Tell me that I wasn't alone in that, because I feel like it was a different vibe.
I know. I got messages. I got a few messages, and Julius, I hope he's gonna watch this, but there's no reason to take it personal. There were a lot of people who just said, "Yeah, I'm not gonna tune in because they don't like how he discusses topics." I was like, "Dang."
Yeah, or they don't like how I discuss topics. They don't like that I'm nice and have a totally different opinion on some things than you. No, because it's true. Like I'm saying, some of those people that are like your people, just like I have my people that like they'll tune into my solo stuff, but they won't tune into this.
Mm-hmm.
It's everybody's got different
strokes for different folks.
That's right.
What is going on with these notifications? This never happens.
I know. I haven't even gotten one yet. Have you?
No.
Yeah. That's
what the heck? YouTube.
We're getting shadow banned, people. You better hit that like button. You better start commenting. Listen, if you guys want to help us, everybody in the comments, like all 9 of you that are here, I need you guys to just start typing. Let's go. Happy Friday. Welcome back, Soonie. Mo, you're always right.
God.
Who's your favorite person? Get the comments, because this is what gets the algorithm to like break from what it's doing right now, because right now it's shadow banning us and our notifications aren't going out, so people don't know that we're live. So we're up against it, and we need your help. We need your help, people.
Please hit the thumbs up on your way in.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're 1 subscriber away from having 200 subscribers on the Somewhere in the Middle channel. We need a lot more. So check your subscriptions. Yay, all these people commenting. What's up, Judy? Oh, we got to play the Big Booty Judy song. What are we doing?
I didn't see Judy in here.
Yeah, she in here. She was like in here right away. I'll play it. Hold on.
Big Judy, Big Booty Judy. What? Big Judy, Big Booty Judy. Big Booty, Big Judy, Big Booty Judy. Stop. I want to see you move it. Yeah. Big Booty Judy. Big Booty Judy. Got big booty Judy. That's Big Booty Judy. Got big booty Judy. That's Big Booty Judy. Got big.
So
Big Booty Judy.
Judy's so sweet. JC's like, I don't know what to say. You just said something. That's all we need is a comment. So Judy, she watches my solo show on my channel, and like I don't give her the Big Booty Judy song over there.
See how it's rude.
It's rude.
You have to give it to her over there.
It's a branding thing, Judy. Understand? You are now part of the Somewhere in the Middle brand, and it would confuse people if I mix the two. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know what's his name. Do y'all like Larry the Cable Guy? No, I like Jim Carrey as the Cable Guy. That is one of my all-time favorite movies. That movie is funny as shit.
I miss Jim Carrey, like the Pet Detective Jim Carrey. I miss that
Ace
Jim Carrey.
Ventura.
Yeah, yeah, I miss that one. What brought that up? Who brought up Jim Carrey?
Someone said the Cable Guy, Larry the Cable Guy.
Oh,
But I
okay.
don't watch Larry the Cable Guy. I watch Jim Carrey. Red Night's going down.
I don't think I've ever
Down,
seen Larry
down.
the Cable Guy.
You, bro, who hasn't seen the Cable Guy? Matter of fact, when we're done with this show, I'm gonna go watch that. My husband cracks up at me every time I watch it
Yeah.
because I know almost every word of that movie.
You know what I'm watching right now? 90 Day Fiance.
I can only do Love Is Blind and Too Hot to Handle. I just can't do those other shows.
Love is Blind is a good one. Love is Blind is a good one. I just came upon, well, I didn't just, I had watched 90 Day Fiance like when it first started, but I haven't like watched all the in between stuff. But I am literally obsessed with 90 Day Fiance with the Muslim chick and the dude that he's Muslim as well, but he's like friends with his baby mama. He's like, he has good relationship with them. He's got 2 kids, but he's super traditional. Okay. Super traditional. I only watched that show because like you really see what's wrong with women these days. Like it's no wonder. Okay.
It's no wonder, huh?
It's no wonder. Y'all
wonder.
can't find a man. It's no one. And I feel bad for guys out there because that's, you know, that's what they have to choose from.
Slim pickings out here.
Slim
Slim
pickings.
pickings.
If you guys hear that noise in Soonie's background, tell the peoples what it is so they're not wondering.
Yeah, so there's a typhoon happening right now. It's just not as strong as the last one, so I'm able to go live. If I would have went live the last time, y'all would have heard absolutely nothing but because it was loud.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna mute every now and then when we get those huge gusts of wind. But
Yeah.
we got another typhoon.
Let us know if it's distracting to you guys so that she can mute. Because I don't really, it doesn't bother me. It just sounds like she's tapping on something. But some of you guys might find it distracting. So let us know in the comments if it's, that's weird. Oh, she muted. I was like, it just went silent. Something bad's about to happen. The calm before the storm.
Sounds
Judy
like
said,
shoes in the dryer.
Totally. That's exactly what it sounds like. That's exactly what it sounds like. All right, guys. So I just added the topics to the description of our video because I had done it on Instagram and totally forgot to do it here. So I just added it. But we've got some good topics. We're going to be talking about Vivek Ramaswamy, a couple of things about him. I'm a little annoyed with people like other influencers going back and forth between him and Trump. And we're going to talk about why that is. I've said a little bit of it before, but it just keeps like intensifying as every time Vivek opens his mouth and says something, people are like back on his train, off the Trump train, you know, and now that Trump got indicted again and got arrested, now they're back on the Trump train because he's a savage and he, you know, posted something. Like people are just so fickle and I'm like sick of it. I'm so sick of it. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about him being invited to debate Desantis. Not DeSantis, Newsom, Gavin Newsom. Mm-hmm. And then he made some comments that me and Soonie have some thoughts on. And we don't want you guys to fall for the okie doke. So we're coming on here to tell you.
Don't fall for it.
Don't fall for the okie doke. Take it from Gabrielle Union over here. Then we're going to talk about oshae Sibley. If you guys don't know who oshae Sibley is, he is the Black gay man who was stabbed to death at a New York City gas station in Coney Island. Actually, not New York City. It was in Coney Island. He was stabbed to death at a New York gas station. The news reports are stating that he was stabbed because he was dancing. That's what the headlines say. But Soonie and I have gotten a hold of the full video and all of the true story, as we always do. We always bring you guys the facts. So we're going to show that and talk about that. Then we're going to do a revisit of the Jadarrius Rose case, which is the other black man. Man, black men are taking a beating.
Crazy.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. Because we have two more black men who were completely violated by police officers. It's crazy. We can get into that because I had text Mo like, did you hear about this story? And she's like, no.
Yeah, that's a last minute story that we're going to squeeze in there because I didn't know about it. Soonie just sent it to me. So we haven't even had time to review it, but we'll look at it together. But this was the guy that we talked about last Tuesday that was attacked by the police dog. Remember the video we showed where the police officer was like, don't let the dog out. Don't let the dog. He's got his hands up, and they let the dog, and the dog attacked him and blah, blah, blah. Soonie says there's an update. I don't know what it is. So we're going to talk about that. Then we're going to talk about Desantis AP Placement. And you know what? I think I said Vivek was invited by Gavin Newsom to debate. It was Desantis that was invited by Gavin Newsom to debate. And then
that will be a very dry debate.
It will be, but I have a theory.
Okay, let's hear it.
Well, when we get there. There. And my theory does not involve I'm supporting DeSantis, so just so y'all know that. Yes, smash the like button. Thanks, Christine. But we're going to talk about this AP placement stuff that's coming up now. You know, like DeSantis, he's going to make his entire campaign about the gays and the kids. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be about that because he's got nothing else. He's got nothing else to talk about. And then, you know, we got some Chinese spies working in the US Navy. And when I was looking at this story and I saw that these dudes were I said Chinese spies right now, but when I saw the story, it was like spies selling, spies in the US military selling secrets to China. Bro, I didn't know the guys selling the secrets were Chinese. They're was Chinese. Like, who let these fools in?
America.
Wait, are they over there by you? Were they over there by you? They were in Japan. Weren't they stationed in Japan?
No, they were in China. I don't know what they were stationed there for. I had literally just been strolling through trending topics on Google, and this was a story that started trending, and I was like, Chinese, bro, your name is Chinese. What do you mean US Navy men?
Hella Chinese, okay? Like they didn't get their faces didn't get more Chinese. Like they didn't look a tad bit Americanized, okay? In fact, they were naturalized citizens, which right there tells you is sus, okay? One of these dudes was not born here. He was approached, honey, at the consulate when he was trying to get his citizenships. Yeah. It smells fishy, okay?
China.
Yeah. And our government's like, we're going to crack down on this. I'm like, I think y'all had something to do with this shit. You know, crack down on Hunter Biden and then come back to me about these other two. Okay?
Please do it.
Yeah, people in Congress sleeping with Chinese spies, like this shit. Like,
man. What's his name?
Wasn't it Swalwell? Swalwell. Mm-hmm.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Mitch McConnell. That was a crazy time putting out content. Jesus. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So, anyways, that's everything we're going to talk about. It's a lot.
It is. We also have we're going to be doing this in the future, and I want everybody to tune in for this show because it's a little closer to home, and it really speaks to what I was saying about the GOP and how they're changing. We're not. But because they're changing so rapidly, a lot of voters are conforming and they don't even realize it, which is perfectly okay. But we got a really nice show planned. There will be some people who are upset. There will be some people that we talk about, or specifically me, that I know personally and had few of these discussions with. And I'm actually taken aback by what I heard. I'm going to leave it like that just so people will tune in. But I was legit low-key pissed off.
Did we talk about this, or is this going to be new to me?
No, I sent it to you. The list.
Oh,
of
okay.
the platform. The party platform is going to be changing. I'll leave it there. And there are some people who that are supporting a party platform change.
Yeah.
I'll just say California.
Did you ever talk to that guy?
No, because we had the storm. We
Oh.
have to reschedule. I wasn't able to discuss it with him that day because you were doing the show and then it was loud here. I had the kids. So no.
Okay.
But we're in talks in the DM. So
Cool. Okay. Well, before we get started, okay, Soonie, you decide what we're going to talk about first, and then I'm going to do the little housekeeping items. Like, if you guys would like to donate to our Venmo, you can scan this code right now, and it'll take you to our Venmo page, and you can donate from there. If you don't want to do Venmo and you want to do a super chat, you can go to this link that I'm going to put here in the comments, but that's going to take you to the same exact show, but on my YouTube page. So while I appreciate that we're getting a super chat from you and you have to go to my page to do it because this page is not monetized, quickly come back over to the somewhere in the middle page because we need the streaming time on the somewhere in the middle page to get to a point where we can monetize. So go to the Let's Talk Darling page if you want to donate a super chat through there, or you can go to our Venmo page. And if anybody needs any of that stuff, just holler out in the comments and we can put that in there. What else? Like, share, subscribe. Yeah. Like, share, subscribe. And that's it. That's what we got. All right. What do you want to talk about first? You get first pick.
sorry. I want to talk about this stabbing.
Oh, yes. I was hoping you'd pick
This is
that.
kind of taken over. It's taken over the airwaves. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I kept scrolling when I saw it. Because I'm indifferent to this. I'm not cold, I'm not callous.
Right.
But there is always a narrative that is always having to be countered, and it just gets boring. But then you sent me this video last night and you were like, it just go to 9 minutes and watch it. And instantly I was just like, why do we do this? Why? It's almost as if society wants people to be homophobic, transphobic, racist, xenophobic, any type of phobic, or any type of like you're misogynistic, like any sort of ick.
Yeah.
We have to be.
Yeah.
It's getting to the point where there's this like no accountability on either side. Everyone has an explanation or a reason why what they did was okay.
Right. Well, it's not just that, but like, it's kind of like with your argument about the COVID shot, right? About everything being blamed on the COVID shot. It's like, we can't just blame anything anymore on just somebody being a shitty individual and pure evil. Like, we have to label it with racism or homophobia, being homophobic. Whatever, like we have to put a label to it. And like when I sent you that video, you could instantly see that like throughout the course of the video, they were trying to put some type, like the news reporters that were like interviewing people were trying to get them to say, was this a hate crime? Was it race related? Was it sex related? Like it couldn't just be like, what's the story here? Like what happened to just getting the story? Holly, thank you so much for the $49.99 super chat.
Thank you, Holly.
Thank you.
I mean, I agree with you. From what I saw in this video, the narrative that is out there is total BS. Now, fast forward the video a bit for you guys to see exactly what we're talking about. Can you give like a brief overview just for people who don't know what this is?
Of what happened?
Yeah, sorry, it's loud.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. Okay, so Oshae Bailey was at this gas station that you see here. They were at the gas pump. According to his friend, they were playing Beyonce Renaissance album. They were all dancing, having a good time. This is according to the friend. They were all dancing, having a good time. And this group of Muslim men that you see there on the right-hand side yelled to them to stop dancing. Stop dancing. Okay. So Oshae right there that you see in the shorts has come up to them and he's saying something to them. We don't know what it is. But later on, we find out that these gentlemen on the right-hand side said, stop dancing. We're Muslim. Okay. They didn't appreciate that Oshae was dancing, and they said he was dancing in his underwear. Now, you will see when these other gentlemen approach with Oshae that they're also shirtless and in trunks or something. I don't know what's going on. Now, Oshae is gay, as are the gentlemen that are with him. And I know this because his friend went live on TikTok and was crying about it, saying Oshae was his bitch.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. He was like, that was my bitch, man. That was my bitch. That's what it was.
Shut
Okay?
up.
I'm just giving you, I report the news. Okay. So these gentlemen get upset. The guy with the bald head, the tall guy, is the store clerk. He comes out, tells them, hey guys, like, stop it. Like, let's just calm down. He's thinking the situation is diffused. You can see that there's another gentleman here kind of egging things on. And I can only imagine they're gay. You know what I mean? So like, probably whatever they were doing at the gas pump was completely inappropriate. They were probably twerking. They were probably being loud. Okay. Why you'd be dancing at a gas pump, I don't know. Why everybody's out of the car, I don't know. But ultimately, the gentleman, I think, in the hat, because it says here, he's now turned himself in recently. He's 17 years old, stabs Oshae and kills him. Now, we don't know what is going on in this altercation, but you can see that it's obviously pretty heated.
Yeah. I guess I'm more interested in how the stabbing occurred. Like, what happened in order for this person to feel the need to stab?
Yeah.
Now, I don't disagree with someone calling that out. Much like I wouldn't disagree if someone called that out with a group of women who were, doing the most, twerking, doing all that extra stuff. I think I would be like, yo, chill as well. But what happened for the teen to want to stab him? Is that even out there? Actually, like what actually happened? Because they're labeling it racially motivated, but I see nothing that indicates it has anything to do with race.
Yeah, and in this video, and we're not playing the audio because we would get copywritten, I think, for this, but because it's from a news. But this is the actual like security camera video. The gentleman that I pointed out was the store clerk right there. He said when the police came that there were no racial slurs yelled, there were no homophobic slurs yelled. They were just arguing, from what he could tell. Okay, there you go. There was a stabbing. Yeah. There's the stabbing right there. So I don't know where this narrative came out other than the fact that he's gay and people are just assuming that this was a hate crime of some sort. Now, the gentleman did say that the men that were telling him to stop dancing were Muslim. I made the argument that it's really funny to me because we're supposed to be very accepting of the gay lifestyle and what they believe and what they want to do. So when a Muslim group of men yells to you, can you please stop dancing? We're Muslim. This is inappropriate. I know we're in America, y'all, but don't we have to be respectful of their wishes as well? I'm not saying that is an excuse for somebody to get killed or for somebody to get stabbed, but now this is what comes of having to be accepting of one side, but the other side doesn't get the same respect.
I agree. I think I'm saying this for a while now. They're creating extremely homophobic people. They're creating racist, and they're creating it with these ridiculous stereotypes of what gay Black men are supposed to be. Now, whatever, they exist, but there are gay people who don't go out here and do this. They're not out there flamboyantly twerking and doing the most. And then, getting extremely emotional when someone asks, can you not do that? Like, take that somewhere else. This is a free country. We all have the freedom of expression, right? We all have the ability to do all those things. So why is he wrong in this instance for asking him to please stop? Because to me, that's indecent exposure. Like, you're out there with some skimpy. I seen a person with a what look to be Speedos. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Mm-hmm.
I would say the same thing. Like, bro,
I mean, it's odd. They're barefoot. They've got no shirts on. Like, that's disgusting. First of all, who's in a gas station barefoot?
yeah, he looks like a bum.
They all do. And here to take it a step further, because nowadays we use mental health as an excuse for everything too, right? So what if this young man that flipped out and stabbed O'Shea says, well, I was molested by a gay man and I was extremely triggered when I saw this group of gay
Yeah.
men, and it just brought up all these old wounds of mine, and I flipped out, and I'm claiming mental health. So
Well, they're
innocent.
trying to actually get rid of that law. It's called the gay panic defense, not a law, but they're trying to get rid of that defense because they don't want people to be able to use it. They say this is just a license for you to kill gays.
Huh.
36
Okay.
states have gay panic defense clauses that you can use this as a defendant, and they are actively working to take it away.
Mhm.
I have brought this up several times. It may seem small now, but when you look at the grand scheme of things and what they're actually trying to do with this agenda,
Mhm.
they are making sure that we can't say anything as straight people or have an emotional
Yeah.
reaction and be able to have a defense as to why I'm actually justified in this, because you either, you didn't disclose. People lie about if they're actually the gender they are. They've gone to extreme lengths of changing their birth certificate, their driver's license. So if someone is under the assumption that you are female and they
Mhm.
find out that you're not, they should have a defense. They should be allowed to use that defense, because that's called essay. You have no consent.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay, so let me give you guys the update on this guy, because somebody asked, did the dude go after the stabber? I don't know if he went after him. O'Shea's friend held O'Shea in his arms until the ambulance got there. They took him to the hospital, and he died of his injuries at the hospital. So it says this kid is a teenager and he's being charged with murder as a hate crime in connection with the fatal stabbing of O'Shea. Police previously said that the 17-year-old male was wanted in connection with the fatal stabbing of 28-year-old O'Shea Sibley, who was stabbed in his torso on July 29th at 11 p.m. at a gas station in Brooklyn. I thought it was in Coney Island. Anyways, the unidentified suspect turned himself in, accompanied by an attorney. He is charged with murder as a hate crime and criminal possession of a weapon. I mean, first of all, this is New York we're talking about. Like, I thought you could do whatever you want. I'm confused because they prosecute people there. So it says those charges are subject to change once the Brooklyn district attorney takes over the case. In a video posted to Facebook, Sibley's friend Otis Pena said he and Sibley were among a group of friends that were voguing. Oh, here's what they were doing. They were voguing and dancing at the gas station while pumping gas when they were confronted by another group. So the other group, from what I can tell, stayed on the sidewalk and was yelling over to them, but I didn't see any confrontation. According to Pena, the group hurled homophobic slurs at Sibley's group. The confrontation then turned violent and Sibley was stabbed. He was pronounced dead at a local hospital, and they're trying to move quickly to establish what happened. So there we go.
I'm gonna show something real quick.
Mm.
I don't think it is okay to kill people. I am not advocating for murder. That's my wind. That's the noise you're hearing. I'm sorry. She said, "What the fuck is?"
Oh no, voguing.
Oh,
You know the
okay.
Madonna video, the Madonna song Vogue. Like
Yeah.
they're like, "Come on, Vogue." That one, yeah, that's voguing.
Okay. This is the friend who was there.
Oh Lord, I watched this whole
Did
video.
you watch this?
The whole.
I don't care about what he's saying, but he is literally sitting there butt ass naked. He's naked. You can see his genitalia.
No.
Why? Not even look, bro. There's his song right there.
What?
He's
Dude,
naked as heck.
that is so nasty. Yeah, he's the one that was like, O'Shea's my bitch. He doesn't say much until the end. Almost the whole 14-minute video is y'all killed O'Shea, man. Y'all killed O'Shea 20
I'm
million
sorry.
times until at the end he finally like says the guys were Muslim, like he says all this other stuff. Yeah. But then he was like obviously making statements that he's like he got killed because he was gay.
Yeah, they murdered him because he's
Prove
gay
it.
and he stood up for his friends. You have to
Mhm.
prove that.
Right.
His name was O'Shea and you all killed him. You murdered him right in front of me. I want to know what led up to the fight. That's all I want to know.
Yeah.
Who took the first swing? Is the kid justified in stabbing? And let's move on. Adding
Mhm.
the extra fluff of this is a hate crime, it was racially motivated. No, it had something to do with his sexuality. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. What
Mhm.
matters is this kid justified or not? If he's not justified, send him to jail.
Mhm.
It's just that simple. Doing all
Yeah.
this extra stuff. Stop. People are
Yeah.
such attention whores. Like,
Yeah.
if I have someone who just died of a stabbing or a shooting, I'm not on social media. I'm not.
Right. Exactly. That's what's
I'm
weird
gonna
about
go
it.
mourn.
He was like, he was even saying in the video, he was like, I'm covered in his blood. And I was like, where? Because I don't see it anywhere. That's what he said.
Where?
I was like trying to see. I'm surprised I didn't see that he was naked, but I was looking for the blood.
Yeah, I don't see the racial motivation behind this. I don't see the what do you call it? Is it
Homophobic.
hate crime? Is it
Yeah,
just a
the
hate
hate crime.
crime when you say that? I don't see the hate crime. I think that these are straight heterosexual young men who were bothered by seeing grown men
Mhm.
prance around like little schoolgirls, and they said something to him, and then the
Yeah.
gays got offended. That's
Yeah.
what I see.
And the gays probably escalated it. I'm willing to bet. Not to say that anything should take you to the point of killing somebody,
Yeah.
but I guarantee, I mean, you could see without any sound how it was like all of them coming up and they were like, girl, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's what they were. I could see it. The other guys, like, they obviously looked agitated, but
Yeah.
they were just talking. Like, they were just like, you know, knock it off. Like, you're being disrespectful or whatever. And then you could see one of the guys, he storms off to the side of
Yeah.
the building, which I'm assuming is to go get the weapon that he ultimately uses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
sad. Rest in peace. Prayers to his family. Sorry, but I don't see the hate crime. I don't see the racial motivation. This just seems like an incident that went too far.
Yeah.
Only thing we need to know next is he justified? Because if he is, then I'm gonna go support him. Sorry.
Yeah. Listen, you can't, this goes hand in hand with trying to prove a racial hate crime. How do you prove that somebody killed somebody because of the color of their skin?
How do you prove it? Well, they didn't. You said they didn't say any racial slurs or homophobic slurs. So yeah,
That's what the witness said. Yeah.
How you gonna charge? I'm gonna look into this. I can't wait to see what happens. How you gonna charge him with a hate crime with no evidence?
Yeah. When the guy
What
that was there,
evidence?
the store clerk said, I did not hear any racial or homophobic slurs.
I can't stand people.
He said he heard the F-bomb and something else.
Anyways, next subject.
Next, let's talk about Vivek.
Let's do it.
Vivek Ramaswamy. All right. So I'll start off with my gripe about this. Okay. So Vivek came out and made some comment about the only way to get rid of the swamp or the deep state or whatever, I'm taking it out of context, is to completely eliminate them. Okay. I have been seeing everybody posting this little blurb of him saying that. And I'm just like, literally, he took that out of Trump's mouth because Trump has been saying that from the jump. In fact, Trump is facing 500 years and possibly the death penalty, okay, for doing that exact thing. Okay. So my thing is, Vivek, are you ready for that shit? Like, are you really ready for that shit? Because you just opened your mouth and you said that you're going to defeat the deep state or the swamp or whatever. Trump hasn't even done it. What makes you think? What is he, a surgeon or something? He's a doctor. Okay. Like, what connections do you have to destroy the deep state, my boy?
My boy. My boy.
My boy, what? Like, seriously, I don't understand. Okay. So then he says, was 9/11 an inside job? Like, that was his thing. Like, he said, I don't believe the government has told us the truth. He says, I'm driven by evidence and data. Okay. Again, hello. People have been saying that for a long, like, can you come up with some new shit? Because you say you're going to get rid of the deep state and 9/11 was an inside job, or there's something fishy going on there. Seriously? Then he said he was going to, if he was elected president, he was going to get rid of everybody who went against Trump. That's what he said. So I'm like, so you're going to protect your opponent. Why don't you just why don't you just join him and help him? Why do you have, what is this? Why are you trying to become president, dude? What's up? Okay. So there's that. Now I'm completely annoyed by the fact that I pray for some of you people, and this is not an offense to you people, and not to say you people, but you guys, okay, that follow certain influencers who are like, Trump, 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 Trump. And you guys are like, yeah, 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 yeah. And they're like, fuck the deep state. Fuck the establishment. 1876, like all this stuff, right? And then they flip on you and they're like, Trump, his mouth is out of control. Like all these indictments. I don't know. I mean, I got to wait and see the evidence, and then I don't know. Vivek's looking like a good option, the safe option. And then yesterday, Trump gets indicted for a third time and posts on Truth Social that he's one more indictment away from sealing his victory in the next election. And you guys are like, yeah, that's freaking awesome. Like, come on, you guys. Stick to Trump. Stop going back and forth. Stop going back and forth. We cannot have a President Ramaswamy. Okay. I need a strong name like Trump, an American name, a brand, an American brand. Ramaswamy. Y'all are upset that Biden's folks are destroying the White House. This fool's about to have the entire White House smelling like chicken tikka masala all day long. They're going to have to repaint the walls. Okay. He's going to have all his Indian relatives up in there. You know how they do it. These Indian people, man, they bring everybody. I said, Indian folks are worse than black folks when it comes to like letting all the family come in. You know what I mean? Because they set up shop, like let them live in there. They got grandma up in there. I'm surprised Kamala hasn't done it. Her family probably hates her though. So like they probably don't even want to have anything to do with her. But we can't have this guy. We can't. I mean, nice guy. If I close my eyes, I feel like Donald Trump Jr. is talking, but that's about it. What do you think?
Oh, you said the chicken tikka masala.
Yeah.
They got a White House smell like curry.
Dude, their spices. Spices stick.
I've already said how I feel about this guy. I don't support him. I think he's a plant. I think there's a reason that he's on every single mainstream conservative's radar. There's a reason he's all over Fox News. He said nothing different than Trump. In fact, he is the biggest flip-flopper there is. All right. I'm going to show you this tweet, right? This is from his book. And this is a quote from his book. It was a dark day for democracy. The loser of the last election refused to concede the race, claimed that the election was stolen, raised hundreds of millions of dollars from loyal supporters, and is considering running for executive office again.
Oh, Lord.
What?
Oh, you done.
The darkest day in history?
You done.
Vivek
Ramaswamy.
This is the 12th of January, 2021. What Trump did last week was wrong, downright abhorrent, plain and simple. I've said this before. Like, what? Hold on.
Who's the deep state, Vivek?
Who's the deep state?
Who's
Wait.
the deep state?
You want to see what he just said not too long ago?
You're taking this from Julius's page. I see. Okay.
Hold on. Now he's defending Trump, right? Now he's defending Trump. He said it's wrongful to blame Trump for January 6th, the Capitol incursion, explaining how the silencing and censorship of the American people who challenged the dominant narrative bore ultimate responsibility as opposed to the actions of the former president. The double standard was to blame. If you repeatedly then tell people they cannot speak, they scream. If you repeatedly tell people they cannot scream, that's when they tear things down. So are you for or against the darkest day in American history? Because according to you in this book, right, you found it bad. You also criticized Trump and said what he did was completely abhorrent. You said abhorrent. That is extra emphasis on how disgusting you thought it was. But now you're saying, well, there's a double standard at play here. You're flip-flopping. There's you are the only double standard I see, and people support this.
Yeah. And again, I go back to the influencers that are going back and forth, y'all. It's disappointing because some of you guys, go back and forth with them. It's destructive. They're being destructive to the safety of our country. I get that Trump has these views on LGBTQ, and I don't like that. And I get that Trump made this damn vaccine. But you know what, guys? We don't want this dude. And we don't want Desantis. We just don't. And I don't like that people are confusing the voters out there that don't, read into stuff like Soonie and I might read into stuff and find this information. They're blinding you with headlines that sound good.
Views and clicks. Just be real about it. Yep. He's just trying to ride Trump's coattails. A lot of people are, and candidates are going to do that. This is a strategy to win. But I expect more from this side to understand the nuance of things and call things out and not be so this is the only analogy I can think of, right? All the guy has to do is whisper something nice in your ear and you're ready to let your panties down. That's what I'm looking at. All he had to do was get up there and play into censorship, play into, your gripe. He had a book called A Nation of Victims. I mean, I would tell people to go read. This is how I could pick up on all these things. Please read The Art of Seduction. Every candidate reads this book. Every candidate is trained in this. They study Napoleon Bonaparte. They study Cleopatra. They study all these extremely influential figures throughout history. They use the influx with their voice versus how they don't speak. They use their hands. Please, American voters, do your job.
It's such a good, dude. That is such a good book. Such a good book.
I read that book 6 times.
7, I think, over here. Even if you're just dating, okay, it's a good book in general. It's a good book, whatever you do for a living, it's a great book.
Awesome book.
Awesome.
Well, are we wrapped on him?
We're wrapped on him, but let's move on to, since we're talking about candidates, let's talk about Gavin Newsom inviting Ron DeSantis to debate. So I want to play a video from the witches at the View, who said, Sunny Hostin said,
I can't stand that
she declares Gavin Newsom will beat Ron DeSantis in the debate because he's more attractive.
What?
First of all, since when do you win debates based on your looks?
Well, she's not lying. The average voter is pretty dumb. They will vote for you because you look like you fit the part. But she's just exposing how stupid she is as a voter. So I think everyone should share that video and be like, whoa, Sunny Hostin says the quiet part out loud.
Right. And that's what I was going to say too, is my prediction is if they do prop up Gavin Newsom as the Democratic candidate, this is the problem. He will have a very good chance of winning because of women. Put that repeal the 19th vote thing up there, because women will fuck it up. Okay. Women will vote for him because of exactly what Soonie said, because he's good looking. I know that sounds dumb, but that's the truth. And like Soonie said, she said the quiet part out loud. So let me play this really quick so y'all can hear this. And I do have to kind of pause it momentarily because it's The View and they're going to fuck with us if I let it play. Okay. Here we go.
Sure, so, because you're just ordering a drink.
Sex on the beach is overrated.
The drink or the sex?
Both. Because, if you tried to have sex in the pool.
Hold on. This is a different topic.
She said both. What's overrated? She said both.
Yeah, it was quite disturbing. That's a whole other topic we could talk about, but yeah.
My brain right now, I'm a natural born blonde.
Hold on. I'm trying to get through this other. Here we go.
Edges, take a look.
So here's the topic. Ron Desantis, remember him? He's been too scared to even mention Donald Trump. He doesn't hardly say anything about him. Am I right? Mm-hmm. What's he so scared of? But he is not afraid of Gavin Newsom, apparently, who has now sort of said he wants to debate him. He should.
First of all, I'm over this hairstyle. I'm over this fucking hairstyle. I hate her.
Don't be afraid. He's very attractive.
He's very handsome. He is. Well, let's watch the clip and then talk about it.
You heard Gavin make the offer. Your answer is?
Absolutely. I'm game. Let's get it done. Just tell me when and where.
Wait, because I have to pause it. I have to make a comment.
Absolutely. I'm game.
When
my wind, her dogs.
Yeah. When Dave Chappelle makes fun of white people, this is the person that he is making fun of. This voice right here. Yeah.
This is the debate for the future of our country, because you have people like Joe Biden. They would love to see the Californication of the United States. Biden may not even be the nominee. You could have Gavin Newsom. You could have Kamala Harris. And I think if we go down that direction, that's going to accelerate American decline.
Okay, so this to me was the clue that this guy's a fucking plant too. Here's why. Okay. They're already training you to think about the possibility, with the help of good old Ronnie Boy over here, that we might have to have Gavin Newsom and Kamala Harris as your option. And then I am going to be the Republican option, because guess what? I'm going to help them put Trump in jail with the help of you people who keep fucking with this Vivek Ramaswamy dude. Okay. You're going to help me do this. They're already training us to get used to this. That's what's happening right here. Don't you think so, Soonie?
Yes, it's called predictive programming. It's called slide words in there, use buzzwords, do all these things to get people used to the fact that Joe Biden won't be there. I said that he was going to run with Kamala, and I think that will be the ticket going forward.
Oh, yeah.
They can't deviate from the acknowledging Black people, because they've already started. The second they do that, they're going to lose more ground with Black folks. And there's no other candidate outside of a female and a Black female at that, according to Kamala, which she's not Black. Red pill. Right. Don't be checking in the comment section. It's just an all in optics thing. So Trump better get his shit together. DeSantis is not a viable candidate. Swamp Meat, that's his new name. Not a viable candidate. Who else is trying to run? Afro Man, I love you, bro.
Kennedy.
Not a viable candidate. Kennedy, not a viable candidate. Senator Scott, Tim Scott, just put his hat in the race. Yo, sit your ass down.
They're just using people for money. That's it.
Republicans need to act like Democrats, get behind one candidate and push the crap out of them. Because with all this back and forth, the right, the left, they're doing that, they're doing this. It's not working, bro.
Yeah.
That is not a strategy.
Yeah. It's not a strategy. And you know what else, you guys? Here's another scary thought. If it isn't Kamala that they choose to run with Gavin, and they want to hit the female vote, the black vote, and the LGBTQ vote, they will choose Michelle Obama. They will choose Michelle Obama. And I have been saying for a while that I actually predict that that's going to happen because they have been trying to put her out in the forefront. They're already changing her look to make her more appealable, more cooler. You know, they've got those, she's got her sister locks in, you know, she's whatever. She's got her boho braids. Her outfits have started to get a little bit more trendier. She has that book coming out. You know, she's been making the media rounds. Now she's getting a little bad press for that paddleboarder that died in her backyard. But still, okay, still, she would be their next best option. Because people loved Barack and they love her and she's connected to Oprah and all those other people. Like if they keep Kamala, I don't know why they would do that because her own party hates her. The only reason I can think of is that she knows too much and she would also have to die on a paddleboard if they let her go because, you know, she probably is, she's the type to have loose lips if she doesn't get her way. I can see it already. So let's keep watching this.
We can't see America decline anymore. We need to reverse American decline.
He said fornication.
Is that a Red Hot Chili Peppers reference?
Wow. I'm reporting him. Yeah. So what's with Newsom? Is Newsom running or what?
Oh, God. For what? Best hair in the United States? The nominee of the Democratic Party is Joe Biden. And
she's so far up his ass. I don't understand it.
Clearly.
And dude, whatever shit she's taken, the Ozempic, because she's lost a lot of weight, this girl right here.
And his vice president is Kamala Harris.
Maybe. Yes. Maybe. No, but maybe he's setting himself up for 28.
He could be setting himself for 2028. I think we all read that President Obama had lunch with Biden and explained to him that there were some problems with his candidacy and that head-to-head against Trump, he wasn't doing that well. And that he would certainly support him. And, of course, the vice president is supporting him. But there is a problem there. And when you look at someone like Gavin Newsom, I mean, California is one of the world's largest economies. The world, not just this country. The GDP in 2022 was $3.6 trillion, representing 14.3% of the total U.S. economy. He is a vanguard. This is someone that's a visionary. He's been great on climate change. He's
the fuck, dude.
She said vanguard.
Yeah,
please pay attention.
Right.
Been great on the economy in California. He's been very, very good. And we've had him on the show several times. And again, he's an attractive candidate, unlike Ron DeSantis, who you get like kind of he creeped out by him. Like he's just not like a great candidate.
What's the looks of them? But I think that
we're not going to say looks.
We're not going to date him. No, but I think the thing that I saw was I didn't jump straight to him taking anyone's place. It's like when you see campaigns and everyone's rolling him out, they do stump speeches, they go to towns, they talk. Why not take him head on when the types of ideas he's defending won't hold up in a debate?
They're indefensible.
You know, so I think Newsom going out almost as like an ambassador of sorts for the party, take him out.
And is it a policy-based debate?
Well, I don't know how much we know because I think Fox News would be leading it and Sean Hannity would be.
Anyways, I'm going to stop it here. I don't even know why. She's supposedly the conservative person on this panel. She is the most non-conservative person.
They won't ever have a real one up there.
Absolutely.
They won't ever. Liddell wants to join.
Sure.
He's like, they won't ever have a real one up there, bro. I want to be on The View. Just let me come on there for a day. I bet you the ratings will go through the roof.
You see their producer. You see their producer like this when Joy was talking about having sex in the jacuzzi. Could you imagine if you were on the panel? He'd be like that permanently. That show would be done.
Hey, if I have to be the one to kill it, I'm down. Shoot.
We send Soonie in to kill it. The equalizer.
That would be fun. I have this while we're on the topic of women in the 19th Amendment? I have to find it first. Someone gave me some really cool literature on the actual suffrage movement. Sorry. And how many women were either in support or not in support of it. And it was pretty alarming how many women were not interested in voting. As soon as I find it, I'm going to clip it and put it up, but it goes along with this topic.
Why were they not interested in voting? I'm curious.
It doesn't really go into why they weren't. I'm just going to assume they had other things to be doing. They don't care. Like, they have to raise kids. They need to cook. They need to clean. Wars, all this stuff's going on.
Yeah. Maybe their mindset. Their mindset was different.
Absolutely. I believe it.
There was nobody telling them, like, you deserve a voice. They were like, go cook for your husband, you know, do your job as a wife.
Yeah.
You got support for your view, for the View.
I support Soonie on the View. Heck, I'd pay to watch. I would go on there. It would be fun.
Make an audition tape for you, and just send it in.
Be like, yo, y'all got to bring this girl on and just like set it up to where they're gonna beat me up. They might bite.
Or maybe we should sell you as a liberal, and then you get on there and you like completely flip the script.
I could do that.
Gotcha.
I can do that. Newsom is a dictator. I live in California. Newsom is going to be the Democratic nominee. You cannot get around it. The Democrats will lose if they run Biden again because, and you heard this from Soonie, even Obama says, bro, there's a lot of problems with your campaign. It's a whole lot of. The anti-suffragists suggest not to show up, right? That doesn't mean that that's the only reason. The only 4% showed up, and 96 of that 4% voted for the suffrage. So, and on top of being encouraged not to show up, I'm sure there were other reasons. Like, at that point in time, I don't think I don't know. The influence of women in this country has sent it down the drain. Yep. I believe women back then were smarter. They let men handle these concerns. Just the more involved we got, the more emotional this country has become. Participation trophies, etc. But how long can you play as a liberal on that show? 2.3 seconds. I just need to get on the stage, nod my head a few times. Yeah. They could speak about some Black issues because there's some things that I'm pretty sure I'll agree with them on.
Yeah.
And then there will probably be one portion of the show where I'm like, yep, nope, I don't agree with that. And then it's on from there. So I ain't got to do it long. I can do it real quick.
I don't know how popular he is outside of California. Here's the thing. A lot of people have left California, but they haven't left the Democratic mindset, or, they still want a Democrat president or, nominee, for instance, right? Like in Texas, we have tons of those people here now, in Austin and Houston and all this other stuff. So I wouldn't put it past him, to tell you the truth. I would not. Don't sleep on Gavin Newsom. Liddell's there.
Oh, what's up, Liddell?
What's going on, y'all? I'm trying to connect my earpods, and them things said nope at all. Good Lord, what's going on with my stuff today, guys? One sec here, guys, and I'll tap in. There we go. Look at God work. Look at God work. All right, y'all. What's up, y'all? Your show just got better because I'm here.
Okay. We'll go. Hey, numbers don't lie. I'll be watching those as you talk.
Watch them go up now. Watch them. I want y'all really to watch the valuation of the company go up. Because I'm on the screen, y'all. But I won't be here long, guys.
We dropped. Damn it.
Y'all go line. There go line again, because I got it up right here. I'm a numbers guy. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Don't play. I'm a numbers guy. Anyways, guys, I won't be long at all. I wanted to come on real fast and say, number one, guys, I'm normally in the chat, but you guys are killing it. You guys are having a good show, as you guys always do. Soonie, are you doing okay? How's the typhoon stuff going? It's going all right?
Just loud. We're over here good, though. Chilling in the house.
Okay, good. Have you gone crazy yet?
Not yet. Maybe by Sunday I will be crazy.
Maybe by Sunday. Gotcha. I want to chime in real quick, you guys, on this whole Gavin Newsom as well as Ron DeSantis. Number one, I believe that them actually debating is they're trying to put a contrast in place, but it doesn't make any real sense. It really benefits, in my opinion, Newsom, because he ain't running for nothing in the open. He's running for something, but nothing in the open. And so this could either hurt DeSantis or help him. But as far as Newsom, there's nothing for him. Nothing. He's on TV again. And Newsom, he's a great speaker. He can speak extremely well. He really can. He's a great liar. I mean, that dude can lie really good. But at the exact same time, concerning the Democrat nominee, we have about 6 or 7 on the Republican side. So we'll talk about them on a later date. But is Biden going to run? It depends. It depends on how bad it gets when it comes to this Hunter Biden situation. Because realistically, Biden is not the target. Biden's not the target. I'm not talking about Hunter. Who was the boss of Biden when it came to this whole ordeal?
Obama.
He's the target.
Huh.
The vice president has no power to choose who goes where. The president does. Who put Biden over Ukraine? Obama did. Obama did. And so notice who he's meeting with. He's meeting with Obama. Obama is the head of the Democratic Party. That's easy to see.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And the thing about it, I got to give it to him. Obama, when it comes to politics, is brilliant.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, he's the one that we just saw that he went to go talk to Joe to tell him, you ain't looking too good, my friend. Like, who else does that?
Yeah. But they got to treat it lightly, because there's a reason why they chose Kamala to be his VP. She was chosen. She was chosen. You can't just overstep Kamala without Obama saying it's okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, she is their security, right? Like, who's going to impeach Biden knowing that that's what you're going to get after that? Like,
yeah,
that was their, what do they call it? Like a hostage.
Yeah.
That was their bargaining token right there.
Yeah. It's going to be a very interesting scenario, but Obama is the leader of the Democrat Party. That's for sure. Do I believe that Biden would be the nominee? No. I believe that there will be no campaigning. What's going to happen is he's going to potentially decline the nomination, and either Newsom, Whitmer, or Michelle Obama would actually be it. Michelle will only get in. Michelle will only get in if their legacy is at risk.
Right.
Because they live in a great lifestyle. They really are.
Yeah. Hey, we should get ahead of it. We should start selling Newsom 2024 t-shirts just for the money. You know what I mean? Like, because Elvis Presley used to market the I Hate Elvis merch. He made money off the merch that was against him. So we should do the same thing.
You guys are funny, boy. You are funny. You are funny, my Lord. It's just now on the Republican side, these indictments are making Trump stronger. Yeah. They are. I think that is a plan of the Democrat Party. They want him to run. They want him to be the nominee. They believe they can beat him, wound him so much that he'll be unelectable. They don't want to see a DeSantis.
Do you think it's a real possibility that Trump could do jail time at this point?
No. They'll try to put him in jail, but there'll be a very quick quash. But don't put it past them. These lower level judges may say, we're going to put you in jail into the trial or put you on house arrest
Mm-hmm.
to curtail him from campaigning. They are definitely afraid. I've never seen them so afraid of him, one man.
Right. Or they're going to put that trial right in the smack dab of his campaigning, and
that's the goal.
Yeah.
That's that's what they're going to do.
Yeah.
This is all a political show. It's a chess game. I would not be surprised if there's a backroom deal that was also done between two candidates on the Republican side.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised with that either.
I would not.
It's going to be a fun debate. It's going to be fun to be going live during those times, let me tell you.
But it's going to be very interesting to see. Biden may not make it through his first term.
Yeah. Like a live meeting.
I mean, he is. I mean, and I mean this respectfully. Him, Dianne Feinstein, Mitch McConnell. It's time.
Yeah.
Maxine Waters.
Expired, man.
I mean, come on, man. Come on. I mean, you had Dianne Feinstein give a power of attorney over to her daughter.
Right. And then what about the other dude? What's his name with the bald head that keeps having strokes?
Are you talking about the guy from Pennsylvania? Yeah.
Yes. I mean, it's terrible in there. Like I haven't seen. It's like a nursing home at this point. Yeah, Tales from the Crypt. Exactly.
She ain't lying. I mean, it's. I'm like, this is laughable.
Yeah, it is.
This is sad, man. This is really sad. We're going to see, but I agree with Soonie. Soonie was like, so Soonie, what are you saying, Soonie, that do you believe that Joe Biden is going to be the nominee?
Joe Biden?
Yeah.
No, not at all.
Who do you think is going to be it?
Newsom. I think it'll be a Newsom and a Kamala ticket. I'm going to go back 2 years ago and I'm going to try to find that because right after Biden was elected, there was a string of articles that came out that teased Hillary and teased Obama, and I mean Newsom and Kamala. Not even Michelle Obama. It teased Newsom. I'm going to find this article. It was I'm pretty sure it was a New York Times article, and they were talking about Newsom and Kamala doing trips to certain strategic states. This was like 2 years ago.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
And I had talked about it, and I'm like, dude, Biden can't run. Okay. Number one, they put that 25th Amendment in place for a reason. I don't know how they're going to use it. I don't know when they're going to utilize it, but they're going to use it. I agree with what both of y'all said. This is just Kamala's turn. It's just her turn.
It is.
They cannot afford to run anyone outside of a Black woman. If they do, the election is gone. It's gone.
Yeah.
Newsom can't win it by himself. And Trump is the only person that's even competition. Like you just said, DeSantis, nobody's voting for him. Come on now. He's not going to bring a crowd out. Ramaswamy, nobody's coming out for that. Senator Tim Scott, nobody's coming out for these people. The only person who is going to be the nominee for the Republicans is Trump. That's why Trump and the campaign is being very strategic. Tune in on Tuesday. The GOP and Trump aligned are being extremely strategic on their relationships that they've been forming for the past 2 years. Yeah. This is 2 years ago that I called this out, and it's all coming to fruition. So this entire presidential campaign will be centered around social issues outside of race. They're going to sprinkle race in there, but it'll be abortion, it'll be LGBTQ, and parental rights.
Notice everything you just said, Soonie, great soliloquy. They all have the money.
All of them.
Yeah.
All of them.
And in regards to Trump's VP, he's going to have to go along those same lines. He's going to have to have
Richard Grinnell.
Yeah.
Richard Grinnell. People don't think that's going to happen. Kristi Noem cannot bring anybody out. He's got to have a gay dude or a Black person.
I disagree. I think his VP is going to be DeSantis.
Oh, no.
I think that'll be a career suicide for Trump.
Why would you say that?
Oh my goodness.
Just because they're oil and water. How do we sell that after months of them attacking each other? It's not like this is Obama. I mean, Biden and Kamala.
It's the same thing as Kamala and Joe Biden.
I disagree.
He would be better. He would be better off with Vivek as his vice president.
Vivek, I ain't gonna lie to you. I like Vivek as far as from his entrepreneurial type of style. I'm still doing my research on who he is, which is fine. I think he'd be more of a cabinet type of guy, which is great. I think he's about probably 10 years too early because I don't think he understands the veracity of what's going on as far as from an administration state standpoint. I would say a VP candidate for Trump would be DeSantis. Noam wouldn't do it. I think Noam is very comfortable where she's at. I wouldn't be surprised if JFK Jr. as well.
I've thought about that.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's a Tim Scott, something like that as well, because it's again, it's. I mean,
can I give just a brief, not even a prediction.
Yeah.
But I'm going to explain my line of thought.
Okay.
Who has Trump been courting for 2 years?
Carrie Lake. Yeah.
Carrie Lake. Okay. Outside of Carrie Lake, who has Trump also been courting? And I'm talking about him being strategic with his campaign and demographics. Who is he targeting?
I don't know.
Log cabins. His entire, ever since he's left office, he's done nothing but focus on the gays and the jab. What else has he talked about?
Interested. I haven't seen the Grinnell connection. I've seen Grinnell talk a lot about.
Grinnell went to Iowa right after Trump lost, just like Kamala and Newsom were out there going to different states talking. Guess who went to Iowa? Richard Grinnell. Right after that, you formed a Rainbow Coalition. Right after that, you have the Spirit of Lincoln Gala. Right after that, the California GOP did some shaky, snaky shit behind the scenes as far as the party platform. They're changing the party platform.
I'm rocking with you, but what I'm saying is I don't think that Grinnell would even want that position. I think Grinnell is more of an administration type of guy.
I don't think Grinnell is going to have a choice, right? Because the log cabin people are going to be like, "We need you in there, sir."
They're strategic. They're not stupid.
Again, I'm rocking with you.
They've been giving a lot of money to his campaign.
I hear your perspective. I hear it, and you're right on. But for you to be a VP, you're going to have to really want to do that as well. And even though they may push him, I don't think that he wants to do that. I don't think he wants to. That's the reason why I was saying from a ticket standpoint, I know the oil and water, a Trump DeSantis would actually work because you have independents and Democrats that don't like him. But they could say, you know what? If you get on the last nerve, we got somebody that has a resume, and we may not like a little bit of as well, but he's reasonable. They can stomach a DeSantis. He's been a terrible campaigner. It has been straight trash, which leads me to conclude that he's more of an executioner, not a campaigner. That's why Trump had to come and save him in Florida. Had to come save him. Now, his second term, I mean, he had a whole resume. I don't need him no more. I'm good right now. But it's just, man, I'll ask this question before I have to log off to go because I have to go get my daughter. If it's Trump or Biden going head to head, right, or Trump against somebody else, does Trump win? Does he win?
Say it again. Let me think about it. Say it again.
If it's Trump versus Biden, part 2, or Trump versus, let's say, a Kamala, or versus a Newsom, so to speak, can Trump win?
I'm gonna
not
say yes.
Trump alone.
Why would it be Trump alone, though?
Because this is what I'm thinking. The reason I said not Trump alone is because they have to be very strategic about who they pick as his VP, because that person is going to have to pick up the slack on the social side of this.
Yes.
They have to.
Yes.
I
agree.
I can see how DeSantis makes sense because number one, he's fighting for parental rights. I get that. He's also fighting against the woke agenda. Get that. But he's also putting his foot in his mouth with this right-leaning CRT shit. And now you're starting to see a lot of Republicans and conservatives, especially black, shift their support on him because it's the critiques and the things that he's doing in Florida, as far as the school board goes, doesn't make too much rational sense. So I think he's losing ground in that area, but they have to be strategic. So it's going to have to be someone gay, a female of color, preferably, and we don't have that, or DeSantis. I think DeSantis is the third option. I don't think he's the first or the second.
I have a wild card. Youngkin.
No way.
Ooh, Youngkin.
I don't know.
I mean, I can only see Youngkin because of the log cabins. That's the only reason I could see him coming in.
Mm-hmm. Youngkin. I could see a Youngkin as a VP, a DeSantis. Vivek's not ready. Even though I like what he's talking about. Noam, she's too comfortable in what's called it. To me, thinking like she's probably one of the prettiest governors.
You don't think Carrie Lake would have a chance?
No, Carrie's she's running for Senate. She's not going to do that now.
Okay.
And she's got the stain, the election stain on her. She ran too hard on that in Arizona.
Yeah,
I was about to say, yeah.
She's loved in Arizona. She's loved in Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
I would say Youngkin, DeSantis, maybe even a Tim Scott potentially, maybe that. But I would say out of those three, that would be my top three. Noam maybe four, but Noam she's really comfortable up there. She's really comfortable, and they love her to death.
Mm.
She's a good governor. She really is. She's been a good governor.
We'll see what happens. I'm actually excited for this election. I'm excited to see the picks. I'm excited for the primaries. I'm super excited for the debates, even though I don't think they're going to be doing much debating.
You don't think?
No.
It's going to be a lot of yelling and it's
too much contention.
Yeah.
Trump is not 2016 Trump. He's either going to be dull or over the fucking top.
I'm going to say he's going to be in between.
You think he's going to have a healthy balance of both?
Because he's going to want to get elected. He knows he has to win the independents and the liberals. As far as agenda, he kills Biden on that. It's can I sit down with Trump and have a beer with you? Can you be rational? Can you not fight everybody all the time? Can you govern well, man? Can you shut your mouth? Now, I understand Trump says, "Well, I'm getting haymakers from the media." I'm rocking with you. Talk sometime, but have your media team out there batting all this down. Not just you. Govern. We elected you to govern, not to debate the media. Let your press secretary do that. Let your media team do that. Let them do all that for you. Get you a nice squad, man. Come on, let's get it. Stop playing. And I'll say, here's a fifth one. And this is just me shooting the hip. Ted Cruz.
Oh, hell no.
No. No, that would kill his entire.
Let me back up. Let me back up. I take back Ted Cruz. I'll put Ted Cruz as Attorney General. Ted,
I gotta think about that one.
When it comes to the law, this dude has been in front of the Supreme Court over 12 times and is batting 1,000. He's so smart they hate him.
Attorney General, maybe, but VP, absolutely not.
I got you. Guys, a great show.
We got to cut you loose. After that Ted Cruz crack, we got to let you go. It's over.
Hey, watch your tone. Watch your tone.
I can't with the Ted Cruz stuff.
Hey, he's your senator too. Stop it. No. Stop it. Your senator too. Stop it.
No.
But guys, man, thank you so much for your time. Guys, let me come in and crash the show. Great job, guys. And guys, stay tuned. We are revamping our merch for our merch, guys. Watch is coming, guys. And yes, Mo is going to be monitoring some of the merch too. That's been a request, people. So yes, you can be monitoring. All right, guys. I thank so much, guys, for letting me come on and crash the show.
All right, bye.
All right, peace.
We have a lot of predictions for the up and coming election.
I
just think this is going to be a more socially driven election, more so than 2016 or even 2020.
Yeah,
like they were battling for the soul, right? And then
Yeah.
they came in and battled for the soul.
Yeah.
And what we watched, we aired Biden's campaign. What
Yeah.
was his slogan?
Build Back Better.
Not this one. There's another one. Finish the job.
Oh,
Finish the job.
yes, that's right. Finish.
That's
the
what it was.
job. That's right. Oh gosh. Oh man. All
Pretty
right. Well,
interesting.
it's a lot. Like Liddell gave us a lot to think about. I don't know. I can't. If Trump goes with DeSantis, I'm gonna have to say I don't want to say it because like at the back of my mind I'm like, the vice president really isn't shit anyways. Like what the hell? They're just like a placeholder. But it's gonna give me the ick. It's gonna give me the ick.
Every time you see the VP on TV, like, oh, bro,
Yeah.
why are you in office?
But then at the same time, like Trump has to have a VP, much like Mike Pence was, that's going to let him be the star, right? Like he can't have somebody that's going to overshadow him in any way. So like we have to also think about that because Trump doesn't want anybody that's going to overshadow him. So he's going to pick somebody he can,
Of course.
yeah.
Of which, and listen, it will be a homosexual man. I don't care what anybody says.
It will be. I think so too.
There's no way they did all this for almost 2.5, 3 years. No way.
Yep. Those
Nope.
gay cabin people aren't giving all that money for nothing.
Exactly. They're not,
They
bro.
hosting all those fundraisers for nothing.
They want a return on that investment, and
Yeah.
legislation is not enough. If you can't tell, they are trying to enter every facet of our lives. We have trannies running the health department.
Yeah.
They are
Dude,
they're infiltrating.
I cannot, if there's one thing, regardless of it can't be another Democrat in office, but I cannot wait for all those weirdos to go. Like the freak show that they have going on there,
Yeah.
I cannot wait for it. It's
Danny.
it's
The reason this makes sense, right? I'm gonna make it make sense, even though it makes no sense. Why are they catering to a smaller demographic? Because the people who are vocal are even a smaller demographic. The people like me, they don't want to hear from you. They don't. They want to hear from people who are like, all right, fine. Like, I don't have to accept the lifestyle, but yeah, we need to save the country. That is who they're marketing to. They're not marketing to people who are firm in their beliefs and they don't really care.
like
They're
me.
not.
Yeah.
I'm not swayed by this stuff. I'm like, okay, great.
Yeah. Like Soonie's literally willing to give up her vote. I'm over here like, all right, I'll overlook the gay comments. Like, just give me somebody else. That's me. They're marketing to people like me. I consider myself, aside from the fact that I think I know a little bit more than the average voter knows as far as like information wise,
Yeah.
my mentality about it is the average voter.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just want Biden out. You know what I mean?
And I'm over here like, yeah, that's great, but replace him with who?
See? And here Christina says she won't be voting.
It's too much. It's too much. It's way too much. I can't wait for Tuesday
Yeah.
because they have completely shifted what the right has once stood for. And people can't. There's a lot of people who aren't going to stand for that. Republicans are not far behind the freak show. We have our own.
I agree.
We're right there with them.
Yeah.
There is no behind. We are neck and neck with these people.
Yep. All right, we got to move on.
Let's give an update to
on the dog attack.
The dog attack.
Jadarrius
Rose had a dog sicked on him, and we showed the video the last time we had a show. I'm not going to show that again, just because I don't want to, dude. That video pissed me off. But it turns out the police officer that was initially fired for this dog attack was not really fired for what he did that day. He was fired for leaking information, allegedly. Okay. So I spent hours looking for some sort of update to see if the officers were charged, what was going to happen, if the guy is going to be seeking some sort of compensation. And this is the only thing I could find, was the fact that he was fired for crying too much at work and lying. What?
But what did he lie about? Did they say?
So he was talking about this event and wasn't supposed to be. It does not say what he specifically lied about, but it says that he lied. So it says Speakman was cleared of wrongdoings until news reports. After a 2-week battle and a threat of a 40-page lawsuit, the Guardian was able to obtain public records from the city that sheds light in a dark closet and answers many questions that linger. After the 4th of July attack, Speakman's police report wrote his police report as normal. According to the paperwork, the city followed its internal protocol and convened in the excessive use of force review board to see if Speakman's unleashing of his dog was in compliance with the department policies and procedure. And then it talks about, what the board is comprised of. But he wasn't fired for releasing the dog.
So he probably the lying was probably how he wrote up his report. I'm guessing.
Maybe.
Yeah. Like maybe he wrote some inaccuracies in there.
So the board, according to the police chief's notes, right, says that they acted within the department policy regarding the use of force and canine operation policies. He wrote further that it is a recommendation of the board to have the incident sent to the Canine Training Agency to review the incident based on not having canine training representatives available for the review. So he didn't go to jail or get charged with anything. He got fired because he was talking too much and was lying about stuff. How is this within the use of force policy? Someone is actively surrendering. You have a superior on the scene telling you, do not release that dog, do not release it. And then we hear the officer actually caught on camera saying, well, I warned him, didn't I? I said it more than once.
This is weird. Something's fishy here. What's this dude's name? Jadarrius Rose. Something. I need to do more research. This can't be right. Something ain't right.
So here's the crying part.
Here we go.
The Guardian talked to Ryan, right? The suspect who sicked the dog on someone. Talked to Ryan about the reports that he received about him crying and talking with other employees about being stressed over the 4th of July event, the K9 deployment. He was told that he needed to stop going around and talking to everyone about the deployment. The review board had convened and everything appeared that the deployment was within the policy and training guidelines. To me, the chief, hold on, let me finish. The chief told Speakman that gossiping and crying were not beneficial to the police department and that he needed to stop. In addition, the HR director provided the officer with support resources for stress management. Despite the conversation.
What a little bitch.
Bayer's notes claim that Speakman continued to express emotions and have meltdowns and cry at work and would talk with other officers about the news coverage. So he didn't get fired for putting a dog on someone despite being told not to. He got fired because they said, bro, you talking too much and you're making this department look bad.
What the hell, dude? That is wild. What a little punk.
You're crying and you don't like the news coverage, but you put a dog on somebody that was actively surrendering.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's clear. And you know what's crazy is I'm looking here to try to see if there's like some more context around this. And guess what? Your favorite thing, a whole article about Jadarrius's criminal record is coming into play. Now, there's no information on what the criminal record is, but it says rumors are swirling about Jadarrius's criminal record. So now they're bringing up the criminal record probably in some way to justify the presence of police and the dog and the whole thing. It's your favorite thing, Soonie, when they bring the record into play.
Guys, this whole thing is weird.
Yeah.
It's weird. I don't understand it. The officer saying I gave him more than one order. He did not listen. The guy was surrendering. I mean, you wanted him to lay on the ground. Okay, he didn't lay on the ground. So that's grounds for you to put a dog on him to get him to lay down.
Yeah.
And even more, I feel like he's super innocent because this dude literally called 911 and said he was fucking scared.
He was talking to his mom.
Let's get real.
I just want to put it on the record that right now, I don't care about his criminal record. It doesn't play a part.
Right now.
That could change. That could change. Because if they say,
here we go.
No. But I'm just trying to think how that's possible. Because like you're driving a truck, unless he owns the truck completely and it's in his name. I don't know how they would know he was in there, right? Until they got him out and saw his ID. So there is no way. Unless somebody said, this guy in a truck, here's the license plate number. He did this, and this, whatever, robbed a bank before. And that's what warranted all that. Okay, fine. But right now, his criminal record, it doesn't matter to me.
I hope
wait.
if you find something and it's like BS and it hasn't been substantiated,
okay.
I'm going to sit silent for the rest of the show.
No, there's nothing else. I couldn't find anything else. In fact, there's no detail. Yeah.
In the coming days, if you actually do find something, I'm gonna sit here dead silent, like
you're not even gonna comment.
I got nothing to say.
You're not even gonna engage in a discussion with me about it.
No, at that point, it's like legit character assassination. He didn't do anything. Even if he did just rob a bank, bro, he still had his hands up. He had his hands up on his knees. What threat is he posing?
I don't know. I'm just
his
trying
criminal record matters. I really want somebody to do it so I can make a video just ripping into them. Like, really? For real? This is what we doing?
Oh, man. Anyways, all right, let's move on to the sailors. Let's move on to
China.
China.
So, Petty Officer Wenheng Zhao, 26, was charged with conspiracy and bribe taking in connection with taking nearly $15,000 in exchange for photographs and videos of U.S. sensitive military information. The officials said that U.S. Navy sailor Jin Chao Wai, whose age was not disclosed, was charged with conspiring to send national defense information to China in exchange for thousands of dollars. As you can see, their names are extremely Chinese. I don't believe this for 1 second. I think the military already knew. You literally got some Chinese folks and said, come on over. Come work.
Look at these dudes. If those don't look like two Chinese spies to me,
where they at?
You don't see my screen?
Do y'all see it? Oh, there they go.
Look at that. Look at this.
Somebody come look at this.
He could look more Chinese.
You Chinese, bro.
Shout out to ABL. I love ABL.
Hell, wait a minute.
Somebody come and look at this. Look at this.
Chinese. Jeez.
Yeah.
Why is this news though? We've China and US have been sending secrets back and forth for how long now? Why is this news? Who cares?
Well,
they had balloons in the sky.
Yeah.
Okay, they already watching us. They got balloons up there. They already have infiltrated our academic setting. They've infiltrated our government. What? Who cares?
Look at this. They were based in California. You know, like I wouldn't say who cares, right? Because it's a big deal, whether it's a spy balloon, the president's son, these two jokers, you know, somebody in Congress sleeping with a Chinese spy. It's a big deal because our national security is at risk, right? But what I'm not here for is the bullshit, you know, pomp and circumstance press conference from our government officials acting like they give a shit and didn't know. Oh my, like clutching their pearls. 2 spies infiltrating the Navy and sharing secrets with China. Like, let's not. Come on. The jig is up. Okay. Just do something about it. Like, it's a big deal because you need to do something about it. But, you know, like, let's not act shocked now. Come on.
Okay. I agree. That's more of what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Color me shocked. You guys already know.
Exactly.
They've got pics of Americans waving at their balloon. Man, we got phones. There's webcams that came from China. Almost half of our electrical grid are Chinese grids, which Trump did a whole shout out to Trump. He had a whole forum set up where he was showing how when we buy these parts from China, they always have a backdoor built in. And they actually went through and did an evaluation and found that only 3 of our grids were American made. Only 3.
I believe
crazy.
It. Yeah, it is crazy. It's wild. And you know what's crazier is that when you watch this on the news, they don't talk about these dudes not being natural born citizens. They're naturalized citizens, which is a big deal. Okay, because it's a further argument for build the wall, immigration, close the fucking borders, all that shit. Yeah, they don't talk about that because they're not going to say to you guys, oh yeah, these guys weren't actual citizens and we let them in the US Navy. Like, those guys don't look very old. Like, tell me how they got tell me how their citizenship got naturalized so quickly and they got through boot camp in the Navy and they're deep enough in to be selling secrets.
How
somebody's shit was expedited, okay, on behalf of the US government, and why?
How sway?
How sway?
It's probably optics. Maybe. You never know. I just felt like it was funny to talk about. Like, we don't already know you guys are selling secrets to China. Are they going to jail? Because I feel like China's going to strike a deal with us and they're just going to go back home scot-free.
Right. I'm gonna test y'all's how down you guys all are, right? Because you guys like to cancel everybody for everything. From here on out, if you don't support this shit, no more Chinese food, no more Panda Express, no more fried rice, okay? No more green tea, no more jasmine tea. What else is any Asian related China stuff? No more buying shit that's not yes, I'm telling you, y'all, if y'all are really about it, boycott everything from China, including the food. I don't know about you, but I ain't giving up fried rice. I love
I mean, half of what we have in America is Chinese made, so we're not going to have a lot.
No, I could give, as it is, I don't buy a lot of things if I can help it made in China because it's just poorly made anyways. But it's going to be incredibly hard to give up Chinese food.
Oh, I'm not giving up Chinese food. Sorry.
Yeah, I know.
Chinese food didn't steal secrets. And the person who works at the hole in the wall Chinese restaurant, probably down the street, he didn't do shit either. So,
yeah,
I don't know what to tell you.
No more ramen noodles. That's Japanese duty.
Japanese.
We're good with
The
Japan.
Chinese eat chow mein and lo
Yeah.
mein.
No chow mein, no fried rice, no egg roll.
No chicken fried rice.
Right. You can still go get your nails done, ladies, because that's Vietnamese. See, we're gonna teach you a little bit now about culture. Because y'all think just like everybody in the Hispanic community is Mexican, not all Asians are the same, and not all Black people look alike.
Oh, can we talk about what is alike though?
What?
Can we talk about that? Can we talk about Florida striking down a psychology class that had again how gender influence and sex socialization and other aspects of development, right? They were asking students to describe how sex and gender influence socializations and other aspects of development. I don't understand why students need to describe how sex and gender influence these things. What, unless it's a college level course, why?
How sex and gender influence psychology?
How it influences socialization and other aspects of development.
Oh, well, in today's world, it's extremely relevant because that's all we do is talk about.
Right, but we're going to add that to psychology to
Yeah.
high school students to like further the indoctrination.
Right. And DeSantis is okay with this?
DeSantis is against this.
He's against this. Okay.
Yeah. But they're trying to say that Florida banned it. Florida did not ban it. This is actually still offered on their courses.
It's
actually
current. Oh, okay. So
It's
this
current.
is current curriculum. Oh, wow.
But because people are criticizing it due to the sexual orientation and gender identity studies, it's become a problem. I'm not going to only talk about it when it's being co-opted in a racial way. It's now being co-opted in psychology. I took psychology in high school.
Well,
and you literally learn about people's communication styles, how to cope, why certain things happen. You learn a lot about the brain and how different departments of your brain work. But we never learned about gender identity or sexual, the way sex and gender identity influence socialization. Like that was never a thing.
But they're trying to fuck you up mentally so that they can do. Yeah. I mean, so this all goes hand in hand. That's why I say it makes sense in today's day and age that they're wanting to keep something like this because this all goes hand in hand with the plan. Right. We're going to fuck you up in the head. You're not going to know what gender you are. And then you're going to be suicidal or addicted to, psychedelic medication, whatever it is. That's the plan.
So I don't know. The College Board is going back and forth with the state of Florida. They're saying that this psychology course was launched 30 years ago and it's been around for that long. And it's not new. It's always had the element of gender and sexual orientation.
I don't ever remember.
I don't either. And maybe it's not new, but you were probably discussing it in a manner of mental illness. Like when gender and sexual orientation was talked about in psychology, I can almost guarantee you it wasn't a message of inclusion or a message of this is why people are doing this, right? There was the reason that they're changing their gender is because of their identity. Like that is the therapy for gender. What is it? Gender dysphoria now?
Yeah, gender dysphoria.
Let's just go ahead and transition you. So
that'll fix it.
This is, I think it's like a bunch of lies mixed in with truth. I can believe this has been there for 30 years, but the way y'all are phrasing this stuff, it probably is a threat, and in a very disgusting, sinister manner, you're putting it in school curriculum.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? You're right. 30 years, while it seems like a lot, it sounds about right for the amount of time that it's taken us to get to this point, right? So it would have made sense for it to be in 30 years ago. They slowly worked us to this point. It wasn't like overnight. It just feels like that. Yeah. Yeah.
I agree. Because they can't just like abruptly put things in on people. You're gonna respond in a very crazy way.
Yeah.
They've been sneaking this stuff in forever. Bro, this wind is
I've gotten used to it actually now.
I haven't. Maybe because I'm here.
It's probably louder for you.
It's like my ears are being sucked in and out of my head. That's what it feels like.
Oh, the pressure. Under pressure.
We actually got all our topics out of the way. I did want to bring this up. Yeah. We talked about everything.
Yeah, we did. You're right.
You hadn't heard of this. I hadn't heard of it. But when I read this and I read the lawsuit and I read what officers pled guilty to, I started to question why this was not a bigger story. It really made me think of the AJ Owen situation. It seems like the real instances of racism or bigotry is actually ignored to hyper focus and highlight people faking things. Maybe I'm wrong, but this is just what I see.
Yeah, I agree with you. So I didn't get to read this story. I just saw the headline and I was like, I had not heard about this. Tell us a little bit about the situations from what you know so far.
So there was a situation on January 24th where police were called to a residence because they saw two Black gentlemen hanging out with a white woman. This is the ongoing active story. So if more comes from the story, don't quote me here. I'm just going with what's already out there. Police came, and for 90 minutes, two Black men were tortured. So for nearly 2 hours, they were tortured. Michael Jenkins and Eddie Parker alleged that 6 white Rankin County Sheriff deputies illegally raided their residence without a warrant on January 24th. They also alleged that they were assaulted, tortured, humiliated. Jenkins and Parker, who are African American, over the course of nearly 2 hours, this includes punching, kicking, tasering, waterboarding, sexual assault, and threatening to kill them. Officers have pleaded guilty to these charges. It's not like they're denying it. They also were subjected to being called racial slurs. They were called nigger. They were called monkey. Now, this is all alleged to the two plaintiffs who are taking this and suing the department for punitive damages and just compensation for, I think it's emotional damage. So they're asking for $400 million.
When did this happen?
January 24th, 2023.
Oh, wow.
So beginning of this year. So this happened between 9:30 and 11:40 p.m. Officers turned off their body cameras. They turned them off. They had no justification for the warrant, and they were immediately handcuffed, and then they were assaulted. Now, this is going to get graphic. They detail a lot of the assault. They were repeatedly punched, kicked. They were tasered multiple times. Estimated about 20-30 times they were tasered. All this happened while they were handcuffed. They were waterboarded with chocolate, water, and many other substances. It doesn't really get into what happened. Their hands were handcuffed behind their back, and one of the gentlemen was sexually assaulted because an officer shoved a dildo in his mouth. They also forced them to strip naked, shower together, constantly pointed guns at them. And after 2 hours of terrorizing them, one officer put a gun into Mr. Jenkins' mouth and fired, shooting off his tongue.
What?
Not making none of this up.
And these guys admitted to this. The cops admitted to this.
Well, they pled guilty to the charge. Let me pull it up. 6 white. Now look, this is what the media is reporting, and this is what every media source is reporting. By the way, if you guys want to go look at this, they admit to torturing Black men and using sex toy on them and shooting one of them in the mouth. Why does this story not have national news?
Right?
They admitted to the assault. They admitted to shoving sex toys in a man's mouth. They admit to putting a gun in his mouth and firing.
I'm surprised Crump and Sean King haven't made a big deal about. I mean, this is right up their alley, and I mean, this is actually a legit. Maybe because it's legit. I don't know, but
here's 4 of the 6.
Those are the guys I was going to ask. Wow. Danny says they probably pleaded to get 6 to 12 years instead of life. They should get life. That is disgusting. That's the guy down here at the below.
This is the guy, yeah. Like, court documents reveal that the officers who were initially called over by a white neighbor who had complained that black people were staying with a white woman who owned the house. But documents revealed that Mr. Parker was a longtime friend of the homeowner and was actually taking care of her at the time. So not only did they call police because there were 2 black men there helping a white woman, you then add insult to injury and do this and try to hide evidence. They planted evidence on them.
Wow.
Deleted security footage, surveillance. They tried to get rid of the evidence.
That's wild. Did this go to trial? Like, this is, I gotta look all this up because you know me.
Yeah.
I gotta dive into this. I gotta know all the story. This is crazy.
So documents revealed that the Twisted Cops agreed to enter the Braxton property without a warrant as long as they could avoid being spotted by security cameras.
Wow. Okay. If they pleaded, it's not a trial verdict. Can you make that bigger at all? Like, I can't see it. Is that the article you sent me? The same one?
Yeah. He's tried to stage a mock execution, dude. Like,
that's freaking crazy.
Look, this is why I said it's almost as if the real instances of bigotry and racism gets ignored to talk about sensationalized topics that can't be proven. Like, we argue all the time about things that can't be proven. I'm sorry, go ahead.
So the part that says documents reveal that the Twisted Cops agreed to enter the Braxton property without a warrant as long as they weren't being spotted by security. Okay, who told them? This is my question. Aside from the cops who agreed to who? Who are they agreeing to? Somebody put them up to that?
I have no clue. That's why I have to get more into it as well.
He needs to be going down too. What the hell? Judge? Because the only person that can sign a warrant is a judge, right? They didn't have a warrant, so they had to have some type of, higher level authority for this. This is crazy.
So the state filed charges against 6 of the former officers, including assault, conspiracy, and obstruction of justice. The men are scheduled to plead guilty to the state charges on August 14th. So we should follow this story.
Yeah. I'm going to go dive head deep into this one. Head first. Head deep. Head first.
This is the
Attorney General.
Deputy Attorney General Mary Wall. You have the U.S. Attorney Darren LaMarca. I'm going to have to agree with you here. Nothing this horrendous happens, and Brass knows nothing about it. Sorry.
Right. Yep. We need to get on this story because at some point, because it says they haven't officially pleaded yet, right?
Mm-hmm.
So watch, this story is going to resurface again. We need to talk about this on Tuesday. So by Tuesday, we need to come to the table with a significant amount of info. Yeah.
I'm down. This story is horrendous. It just reminds me of AJ Owens, where we seem to be ignoring when things like this actually happen.
Yeah.
Don't really know why, but it's pretty interesting.
Yeah. That's crazy. Well, I hope that guy gets his $400 million?
$400 million.
He said, I want $400 million in a box of envelopes.
400 million.
400 million in a box of envelopes.
That's really strange that this story isn't all over the place. What's even worse.
Is it strange though?
Yes, it's strange for this side because they love playing Amber
this
Lamps.
side, yeah. Mm-hmm.
They love playing Amber Lamps, you know.
Well, but because you know why? Because this paints cops in a bad light for sure.
True.
Right? We don't like to talk about that shit. We don't like to talk about when the blacks are innocent. We don't like to talk about
Oh, but we want to talk about them when they're doing some shit. Shh, listen.
You want to talk about them when they're ratchet, when they're breaking the law, when they're gay, twerking at the gas station.
Oh, Lord.
Wait, can you please give me a little bit of Ruby Freeman? What happened to her, man? We gotta look her up.
Nobody. She went back in the hiding at 7 o'clock. 7:50.
7 o'clock. I love that video.
7 o'clock. She was in there talking, just talking, bro. Shut your ass up. She done snitched so much. They don't know what the hell to do with her. They're probably like, ma'am, you cannot get on Facebook showing that you're airing all this. We're supposed to be super secure and you're putting all our business out there. That's why her and her daughter got quiet. They said, you shut up. Give me your phone.
You know who I got to talk to is Trayvani. She'll know what's up with Ruby. I'm gonna message her and be like, what's going on with your girl Ruby? Because she was part of that whole thing. What's going on with Ruby?
But this story fits everything the left says, and they're silent.
Mm-hmm. Why? That sounds weird to me. I'm gonna have to scour. You said January of this year it happened. I'm gonna have to scour before I
got a cheat code for you.
Okay.
I got something I'm gonna give you.
Okay.
Now, do not give this to anyone. Like, I don't care who asked for it. Yo, where'd you get that? The cheat code? I'm sorry.
But you're gonna share it with everybody here?
No, I'm gonna send it to your WhatsApp.
Oh, send it to me right now so I can have a live reaction to how good of a cheat code this really is. Y'all ain't gonna see it.
I can't give. I feel like I've been given so much to this movement and people in general that they just keep stealing. So I'm like, yeah, you know what? Go figure it out yourself.
Yeah. Because I was about to say, I should probably go like on to Sean King and Ben Crumb's page and scour their posts to see. What? This is juicy. Dude, no wonder you be coming up with shit so fast sometimes. I'm like, how does she find this shit? Oh, see, y'all got to work for Soonie and Mo if you want to know this shit. If you want to know the insider,
don't be leaking information.
Nobody wants to come work with us. Well, they do, but they're all crazy.
They're all crazy.
Yeah, they all turn out, except for you, Christine. But you know, those that will remain.
Yeah, we ain't gonna say their names because if
you know
you say their name, they get hype.
Dude, so I was doing a live show for my channel the other day, last week. Somebody was popping in the comments, and if it wasn't for the fact that I was like in the middle of something else, he said MAGA Jackson hit on me in my comments, and he was like, MAGA Jackson hit on me. I need to tell you the story. And I was like, what? I was like, what? I could just stop right then and there. And I was like, this is weird. So I was like, dude, email me. Like, you know, because I've had people email me.
Did they email you?
Story. He didn't know. It was a guy. And he said, MAGA Jackson hit on me. And he said, recently.
What?
Yeah. But remember, I had that one girl message me and she told me about how, And I mean, while it's a sad story, I was like, dude, you're dumb for buying all that shit.
That's your fault.
Yeah. You bought that hook, line, and sinker.
Que lo que mami.
Stupid
ass song.
Favorite song, dude. That's Christine's favorite song.
Thanks for being with us this Friday, guys. we have to talk after the show to schedule a meeting with the guy for Tuesday. Please, I'm going to be doing heavy promo for this Tuesday show. Probably more than you really see me post. I have not really been posting. I haven't really been doing nothing, y'all. I've been laying low, enjoying my break. But this story needs to be talked about because there's a lot of flip-flopping and faking that goes on this side. And I know I say that all the time and virtually give no proof or no information. And it's because it's sometimes you got to play the game. My husband gave me that great advice. I can't just come out and go, right? Because when I did that, everybody and their mama just didn't know what to do. They were like, whoa, where did you come from? And what the hell's going on?
Yeah.
So I'm going to leak little by little. I've been sitting on a few things, deciding if I want to come out and talk. And I think I am. Because that's why most people tune in over here. You don't give the mainstream perspective and you criticize it, which is when you criticize what I criticize, it's a problem. That's what I look at. Because you're usually like,
then that means it's gone too far.
It has gone too far. If you're saying something, my tolerance is like this. As soon as I see something, I'm like, I'm calling it out. And you're just like, no, just maybe not. Let's just wait. And lately you're like, bro, y'all are bugging.
Yeah.
What's happening here?
Yeah, now it's getting to be, you know what I mean?
I told you, I said this movement is going to implode. I don't know when, but it's going to, because shit is going to hit the fan.
You and Bryson said that a year and a half ago now.
People, listen, don't tell nobody. People in this movement is fake.
Yeah.
At 7:30.
They sure are. What was I going to say? Who was I going to call out that was fake? I feel like there was somebody I really wanted to call out as fake.
You didn't tell me.
Oh, so I was listening to Wake Up with Linda, the Spicy Latinas podcast. So, sometimes I listen to their podcast, because they're Latina and I like listening to them. Like I understand how they think and how they talk or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Lately, they have been having some real cringy takes on stuff. And it made me mad because, okay, this real quick, people. I know we were going to go, but I had to say it. Okay. So she was talking about, and I know I'm wearing an anti-Biden Barbie t-shirt, which Corinne Tatum, I'm supporting my girl Corinne Tatum because she's my friend, just like I would support all my friends, right? Not that I support the Barbie movie. This is support Corinne and Camille against the Major Williams, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, this is not about that. But Linda was talking about how she was sick of people commenting about how she went to go see the Barbie movie. And she's like, we can't have fun anymore. Everything's criticized. Like you guys, I can't have any fun. Like I'm not conservative enough and I can only go do things that are conservative approved and da, 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 da. And I'm like, here is my problem with that. Okay. Is when you paint yourself to be this very harsh critic of the left and everything they do and say, and then you go and tell people, you need to fight against this vaccine. Quit your job. If your job makes you get this vaccine, quit it. You need to stand up. 18, we need to go to the Capitol. We need to march. We need to do this. Okay. They get you all riled up. And then when they want to go have the fun that they think they deserve to have, then they loosen the rules.
Yep.
And then they turn it around on you, who's been trying to follow the rules because that's what they said you should do, and make you feel bad. Okay. Here's my thing. I don't pretend to be perfect. I always say all the time, I'm the most imperfect person. I go back and forth. I'm inconsistent all the time. Okay. When I say some shit that doesn't make sense, that's pretty much normal for me. Okay. That's normal for me. it would be like Soonie all of a sudden saying she's going to go support some LGBTQ thing. It wouldn't make any sense for her because she's never been that way. And for all of a sudden for her to do that and then turn around and say, oh, you guys, it's just for fun. Could you imagine? So anyways, I was noticing that that's been like a reoccurring theme. And I'm okay if you guys want to go see the Barbie movie, but don't try to make other people feel bad when they don't boycott the brands that they think you should boycott, or, you know, the people or the celebrities, or they shame you for watching Netflix, right? Or for having even a Netflix subscription.
Or having Disney.
Or having Disney.
Or wearing an NBA shirt. I don't have
Right.
people criticize, why are you wearing that?
Right. Or listening to hip hop, right? Or listening to hip hop, or smoking weed, or whatever, right? They're going to judge you on that. Like, listen, you do whatever you want to do. Just don't go around judging other people and criticizing them for everything they do when you're going to turn around and go do the same thing. Just keep it real with all of us. That's what I've been saying. Just keep it real that you like the Barbie movie, you like hip hop, you like to smoke weed every now and then. I'm cool with you. I can at least trust you because I know what you're about. But when you flip flop on me like this, I don't know. That's why I'm wearing my girl Corinne's t-shirt, because you know what? She's savage. She just says whatever the hell she wants to say. And she's like me. Sometimes it doesn't match up and sometimes it does. Period.
I did a video on this and I thought it was
did?
pretty funny. How feminism is okay.
Oh, yes.
It's attached to the nostalgia that you like. I also remember people being like distraught over Little Mermaid changing race, claiming it was going to go woke when it was 99% true to the original depiction of the Little Mermaid. I'm not trying to poke fun or like, you know, burst anybody's bubble, but the inconsistency is real. Just saying, supporting feminism because it's nostalgic and attached to Barbie. Maybe it's because I didn't play with Barbies. Who knows? But let me know what you guys think in the comment section.
That part. Exactly. You said it, everything, like in a short video with the song and everything. Yeah. You know what she said too? She was like, let's not pretend that Barbie hasn't always been a feminist. First of all, I'm not choosing to see the Barbie movie because Barbie's a feminist. That's not why. The message of the movie is anti-men. Exactly. Barbie was never anti-men. The toy was never anti-men. Never.
But you look, this is also why we need to repeal the 19th, because women aren't consistent. They will use emotion to manipulate the ever-loving crap out of you, bro. Oh my God, I can't do this right. I can't do that right. No, you just have to show up and be yourself every day. Like, show up and be who you really are.
Yeah.
I will take a whole puff and go get it. Bro, if you don't like it, you don't like it. That's cool.
Just be you. That's all I'm saying. Okay. That's why there are people like Tatum, for instance. Me and Soonie rock with Tatum. We respect him because he's just him. Like, he just is who he is, and he doesn't apologize for it. And he doesn't also make
Tatum speak Ebonics, bro.
I know. I like when he gets kind of hood too.
Love it.
You know what I like because then I feel like me and him are on the same page. Like when he's reading something and he can't pronounce a word. And he just struggles with it. It's so funny to me because I'm like, I feel you on that. I feel you. But yeah, like just go back to being you guys. Like I think the worst thing we could have done is like come up with this, like, this is how you're a conservative and this is how you're a Democrat and you're a Republican. And, you know, like nothing against people like Bryson, for instance, who is very like hard edged on his Christianity, but that's who he is. He's not switching up for anybody and he hasn't switched up. So like, I respect that. It may not be how I am, but I totally respect it because he's true to himself. That's all I'm saying. Just be true to yourself. Don't try to be like anybody else. Don't listen to people like Bryson and go, oh, I got to be like Bryson. If that's not who you are, then don't be like Bryson. You know what I mean?
Everybody can't do that, bro.
No,
you can't.
That's a lot. I can't do that.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. I get a kick out of it. Me and Bryson both get a kick out of it. Our DMs, bro. If you look at our conversation,
Mm-hmm.
9 times out of 10, we're like, I triggered this person. Happy Sabbath. What you doing? I'm rapping, making beats. Oh,
Yeah.
look, I triggered someone.
Yeah.
It's fun.
That's what's funny too, is like people get triggered and they think that like Bryson's losing sleep over that, like that they're upset over something he said or whatever. Like, again, I'll explain to you how this whole social media thing works. Is nobody gets popular just playing it cool and easy. You have to push buttons to be seen and to be noticed, and for your post to do something. It's how it is. So you can either do that by lying to people and saying things that are going to trigger people and just being totally disingenuous, or you can go, you know what, being who I am is completely triggering to people. We just use that.
That's what I do.
Right.
I just wake up and say hi. Like, fuck Soonie.
Yeah. Exactly.
You tilted your head the wrong way.
Exactly.
It's fun,
Exactly.
sometimes I'm like, I only get emotional about it like once a month though.
Yeah, because it hurts sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, to be
Once a month,
criticized, it
I'm
does
just
hurt.
Like,
Yeah.
dang, y'all criticizing me, but you taking my talking points. Like, how does that work?
Right. Exactly. Yeah, it does suck. It does suck. Sometimes it hurts.
I am
Savage
getting
people
sick.
have feelings too.
My daughter, I'm pretty sure my daughter's sick and she got me sick. So, but it's nothing that I won't get over. So don't worry. Once again, Tuesday, make sure you guys tune in. I'm going to be doing heavy promo. And there was something else I wanted to say. We are revamping the merch. We are revamping the website. We're doing a lot of things behind the scenes. We're working on a huge hub for everyone to go to Truth in the Marketplace Media to catch all these shows. Anybody who already individually follows us, that's completely fine. If you don't want to add another channel that's going to be a notification on your phone, you don't have to. But we're working on all those things to give it a more professional and corporate feel, because we have kind of edged our own lane. Conservative movement. There's nobody doing what we do. There's nobody being objective. There's nobody saying, all right, I agree with liberals here. Because people are afraid. People are afraid to say, yo, Trump is dumb for Operation Warp Speed. I don't care how many people unfollow me. That was the dumbest move he could have ever made. And he did get 2 mil from Big Pharma. If anybody else were to get that, we wouldn't hesitate to call it out.
Nope.
Are you going to drop the donate button again? Or are you only doing it at the beginning?
Oh, no, I'll do it again. Hold on one second. Let's see. Okay, here you go. If you guys want to donate to our Venmo, you can donate by scanning this QR code. It will take you straight to our Venmo. I'm still locked out of that thing. So if you donate, I'll get a pop-up that you donated, but I can't get into the Venmo. I keep trying to get in and it like locks me out because I have 2 Venmos. So anyway, I have it on my phone. Yeah, right. I have to call them. But yeah,
one thing I miss about being home is being able to call like the bank or 1-800 numbers or some sort of app that's not working.
Yeah,
I can't call from here.
Yeah, good news though. Good news is I think at the end of the month when I get paid from YouTube super chats, because I'm pretty sure like the balance that I have in there is all but maybe like $80-$90 is probably all from our show here.
Yeah.
So I think that will give us enough to buy one of the
the Roadcasters.
The Roadcasters, yeah. So
nice.
When I get that payment, because it obviously they take out their money, so I don't know what it is until I get it. When I get that payment, we'll let you guys know if we got the one Roadcaster, but we're still working towards a second Roadcaster. And Soonie said we're working on a lot of exciting things. We would like to do more like going to events. Obviously me, because Soonie's in another country, but like Julia's can go, I can go. So a lot of the money that we're trying to raise is going to go towards things like that, like getting us to events, like going to Temecula, for instance, and standing with the parents of Temecula, Nicolette and MAGA Hulk are having a block party this weekend. Like that would have been so cool to be able to go to that. I'm sure Lexit's going to be there as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're just trying to, and obviously elections are coming up. Those are things that we want to go to and be able to cover for you guys. So the money raising will never stop because that's what it's all going towards.
Yeah.
So
it really won't until we can get, the AdSense going, the views, people constantly watching our stuff. This is how we are generating income. So thank you for everyone who has supported. There's been so many people donating and giving to Super Chat, buying t-shirts.
Yeah.
We really appreciate it. And stick with us. We're going to get this thing off the ground. I've been following you for a very long time. Well, thank you, Kathy. I appreciate you.
That's sweet. Thank you. All right, guys. Well, we'll see you.
Because I'm coughing.
Yeah, we'll see you Tuesday. Have a great weekend.
Peace out.
Bye.
They say the song's so offensive, but only if you get offended. I can't offend you without your permission, and you don't even have to listen. They say the song's so offensive, but